Alright, and boom! This is Katy Perry, and she almost killed 5 nuns. Buckle up. This is the tale of Katy Perry, yep, the firework pop goddess, going toe-to-toe with a squad of elderly nuns, a sketchy businesswoman, Catholic church over a Los Angeles mansion that's more fortress than house. It's 2014, and Katy Perry's riding high, swimming in cash from hits like I Kissed a Girl and Roar. She's ready to flex with a dream home, so she sets her sights on a 30,000 square foot beast in Los Feliz, Los Angeles. This place? Straight out of a fairy tale. Gothic Tudor vibes, fish-shaped pool, medieval turrets, and views of the San Gabriel Mountains that scream, I'm ballin'. Built in 1927 by architect Bernard Maybeck for radio mogul Earl C. Anthony, it's got 8 acres, a private chapel, and enough rooms to lose your whole crew. Price tag, $14.5 million. Katie's like, sign me up, but hold the phone. This ain't no regular mansion. It's a former convent, home to 5 elderly nuns from the Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, who've been praying and chilling there since Nixon was in office. And these nuns, they're not feeling Katie's pop star sparkle. The convent's technically owned by the Archdiocese of Los Angeles, the church's local bosses, who are neck deep in debt after paying $660 million in 2007 to settle lawsuits from victims of priest abuse scandals. Yeah, those scandals, decades of cover-ups that shook the Catholic world like a bad sermon. To cover this molestation bill, the Archdiocese decides to flip the convent, and Katie's $14.5 million is their ticket out of the red.
Our property was ours, we bought it, and this man, who is the Archbishop, all of a sudden takes it and makes arrangements to sell to Katy Perry.
But here's the bombshell. The nuns, led by the fierce Sister Catherine Rose Holzman and Sister Rita Callanan, are like, excuse me? We bought this place in 1972 with our own savings. They scraped together every penny back when bell bottoms ruled, and now the church is acting like they're just tenants. In 2011, the Archdiocese evicts all 5 nuns, leaving them livid and ready to fight for their holy turf. So Katy Perry, sensing that a PR nightmare is just around the corner, decides to play diplomat. I mean, she knows she's about to get roasted by the media, so what does she do? She pulls up to this convent in 2015. You know, just a casual visit to the nuns. But she arrives like she's about to film a Vogue cover shoot. Katie's in a tailored blazer, skinny jeans, and heels that probably cost more than your first car. Hair sleek as if it's been ironed. She steps out of the car like she's about to walk into a pop concert, and her team is just acting like they're on the set of a reality show. Okay, so this is either a redemption arc or the beginning of the world's most awkward moment. Katie walks up to the nuns and is like, sisters, I swear I'm not the wild child you all think I am. And I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna be good. Then Katie plays the I'm one of you card, revealing her ultra-Christian roots. Like, this girl didn't just come from a regular Christian family. No, her mom and dad were Pentecostal pastors. And guess what? They banned deviled eggs because apparently Satan was involved in egg preparation, so they had to call them angel eggs instead. She's dead serious about this. Like, that's the level of Christianity she's dealing with here. And then she's like, look, I'm one of you. I've got a Jesus tattoo on my wrist. As if that's gonna erase the whole I kissed a girl situation. Okay, Katie, tell me more about your angel eggs. But wait, it gets even weirder. She's like, watch me bring the church choir energy. And then, like some twisted version of American Idol meets church camp, she starts singing Oh Happy Day a cappella. But oops, she forgets the lyrics. No problem though, right? She just pulls out her iPhone and checks the lyrics like she's in the middle of a karaoke session. They were looking at her like she just dropped the F-bomb during mass. Seriously, one of the nuns, Sister Callanan, later tells the LA Times she didn't even know the words. She literally pulled out her phone and Googled the lyrics. You couldn't make this up. So what do the nuns do next? You know they're about to Google her life, and let me tell you, it doesn't get pretty. They pull up Katie's I Kissed a Girl music video, the one where she's literally kissing another girl, like, hello, sacrilegious vibes. They also find her You're So Gay song, and then, just for fun, they dig into a 2014 clip of her at some weird Salem Witch Walk event in Massachusetts, where she's dressed like she's about to cast a spell on the whole town. The nuns are just sitting there shocked like they just saw Darth Vader perform a ritual in the middle of Sunday Mass. But wait, they're not done yet. Oh no, they dig deeper, like deep dive, FBI level, and they find a 2008 interview where Katy jokes, yeah, jokes, about selling her soul to the devil, like it's some casual story you tell at a barbecue. She says, I sold my soul to the devil, but it didn't work out. And now the nuns are like, yep, that's it. She's definitely possessed. Someone call an exorcist. I can just see the nuns in their old school habits looking at each other like, I think we've made a mistake. The nuns are over it. Sister Holzman's like, no way this devil-joking pop star's turning our sacred home into a rave. Katy pleads she's devout, wants to live there with her mom and grandma to find peace. But the nuns aren't buying it. They're clutching their rosaries, thinking this chick's got more red flags than a bullfight. The nuns, all 80 plus and done with the church's men run the show nonsense, decide to go full rogue. They're like, if the archdiocese can sell our home, we'll one-up them. Enter Dana Hollister, a 54-year-old businesswoman with a boho chic glow. Think flowy dresses, big sunglasses, like she's selling artisanal candles at Coachella. Hollister's a Silver Lake queen, owning hotspots like Cliff's Edge, and she's all about flipping old buildings into boutique hotels. She offers the nuns $15.5 million, $100K cash, $10 million up front, $5.5 million later to buy the convent and keep it a community space, saving it from Katy's pop star makeover. The nuns, fed up with the church's betrayal, are like, sold! They slip Hollister the deed behind the archdiocese's back, and she moves in, changes the locks, and starts renovating like she's on Property Brothers. She's not letting some hipster hotelier snatch her dream castle, but suing 5 grandma nuns? That's a PR nightmare worse than a wardrobe malfunction. So she drags Hollister to court, yelling, her deal's fake. The archdiocese, led by Archbishop Jose Gomez, backs Katy, dusting off some ancient canon law saying the nuns needed Vatican approval to sell. It's like the church saying, ladies, sit down, the boys got this. This sparks a legal showdown that's less Law and Order, more Real Housewives of the Vatican, 2 rich women, a broke church, and 5 furious nuns battling over a holy hotspot. The courtroom drama drags on for years, stressing everyone to the breaking point. By 2017, the judge lays down the law. The nuns did need Vatican permission, so Hollister's $15.5 million deal is null and void. Katy's $14.5 million buy with the archdiocese is legit. Hollister gets slammed with a $15 million fine. That's enough to yeet Hollister into bankruptcy, landing her in court in 2018. And who's riding with her? The nuns, now besties, after years of fighting the same church bullies. They're like the Golden Girls, but with prayer beads and a grudge. March 9th, 2018, outside the bankruptcy courthouse, Sister Holzman, 89, grabs a mic from Fox 11 and begs, Katy Perry, stop this! You're breaking hearts. Hours later, bam! She collapses in the courtroom, heart attack, gone. Sister Callanan, her nun wing woman, points the finger. Katy's lawsuit stress killed her. Now, I'm not saying Katy unalived a nun, that's a headline I don't need, but the optics, straight garbage. X in 2025 blows up, with folks calling Katy Nunslayer and Satan's sidekick. Hashtags like #Katy versus nuns trend with memes of her cackling like a Disney villain. The archdiocese mumbles condolences, praising Holzman's loving service, but Katy zips her lips, probably cause her PR team's like, girl, don't touch this. Here's the final gut punch. Even with Hollister out and the nuns down, Katy still needs the Vatican's blessing to seal the deals. The Vatican's like, sorry, pop princess, no holy W for you. Word is the archdiocese tosses the convent back on the market for $25 million, but nobody knows if it's sold or if it's just sitting there, haunted by nun vibes and bad karma. Katy walks away with nothing, Hollister's broke, the nuns are crushed, and the church? Still dodging scandal heat while counting their coins. A $15 million drama with 0 winners. Talk about a flop bigger than a flop single. But wait, there's extra tea. The Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary were once a big deal, but by 2014 only 5 grannies were left, all 80 plus, fighting for their legacy. Sister Callanan, the last one standing, hit up GoFundMe in 2019, calling Katy and the church bullies before passing away. Hollister swore to LA Times she just wanted to save the convent, not scam anyone but her Silver Lake empire. Restaurants like Cliff's Edge tanked post-bankruptcy. Katy's rep took a hit, with Billboard and The Guardian saying this saga dulled her shine. Ex-users in 2025 still drag her, tying this to her 2023 beef with a disabled vet over another property. And the Archdiocese, NPR, and BBC call them out for selling the Nuns' home to cover abuse payouts while preaching morality. The Vatican's silence? Shady, like they wanted to dodge the spotlight. This mess is peak Hollywood. Katy Perry, Jesus tat, and devil jokes. Thought she could charm her way to a dream pad. The Nuns, frail but fierce, fought like they were in Sisters Act 3. Hollister played savior but got smoked. And the church, they're the real villains, screwing over their own to clean up their dirty laundry. Sister Holzman's death hits like a freight train. Katy's fault or not, it's a tragedy that screams, where's the justice? The convent, probably chilling empty, a cursed Airbnb nobody wants. So fam, what's the vibe? Was Katy just chasing a glow up, or did she steamroll those nuns for clout? Is the church the ultimate snake here? Drop your hot takes in the comments. I'm reading every single one. If this tease got you hooked, sub to True Crimes by Dominic for more real life bangers. New drop every 2 days. Smash that like, ring the bell, and share this. Maybe it'll warn someone not to mess with nuns. Or pop stars with a Jesus tat. Stay safe, stay curious, catch you next time.